Hey, I'm gonna comply, man. I don't want to get shot.
Listen to command, and you won't get bit by the
My hands are right here, buddy.
This video was intended to inform and educate the public.
What's up? Don't shoot me. I don't have any firearms. I have a legal taser. Legal California taser.
Welcome back to the Junkyard News channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss an incident that happened when I was taking pictures in Costa Mesa. And for my personal protection, per the Second Amendment, I did have a legal taser on my side, visible to the public. Now in California, the possession of a taser is legal for individuals who are not prohibited from possessing firearms. Since an officer might mistake my taser for an open carry handgun, a brief detainment can be warranted just to make sure I am not violating California's open carry ban. You might be thinking to yourself, well, the Second Amendment gives you the right to keep and bear arms. The Supreme Court, laws on the books that restrict open carry of firearms in public, has not specifically been addressed. That being said, I can understand a brief detainment. I've been detained by other law enforcement agencies just to check out to make sure that my taser is not a firearm and I'm not in violation of California's open carry ban that is on the books still, and that has not been successfully challenged in the court system. Although there are pending cases out there, there has not been any case law or Supreme Court case law that states that open carry of a firearm is not a reason to detain in California. California open carry bans are still on the books. My concern in this situation, though, is the way it was handled. I let them know right away that I am not in possession of a firearm and that item on my side is a legal taser. Yet they came out with a felony stop, AR-15s and handguns pointed at me, threatened me with a K9, when they could have simply just walked up to me, since I had both hands on a camera, and questioned me about it or inspected the item. I really felt that my life was in danger at this moment in time, and I decided to comply. As one, as I did not want to get hit by a police dog, and two, I wanted to go home that day. I did not want to end up an officer's paid vacation.
Hey, I'm gonna comply, man. I don't want to get shot.
Listen to command, and you won't get bit by the
My hands are right here, buddy. But I don't consent to any searches or seizures of my property. You can see I'm legal. Easy. I'm not resisting.
You're not resisting. Good job.
I'm not resisting.
No, you're not.
God damn, I'm going to take pictures of the Ferris wheel and shit.
Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure they're not trying to.
What the hell are you doing?
Here, make secure real quick.
Is there a supervisor on scene? I don't consent, but if you want to look at it, look at it.
Look at it.
Watch my hands.
1034 Great Station, 44 Green West.
Okay. Up, by his knees.
Again, I don't consent to the seizure of my taser. Perfectly legal to carry in California.
Get him ID and all that stuff.
Hell no! I'm not suspected of a crime. You ain't getting nothing. Why are you continually violating my rights?
Just give us a moment. Do you have ID on you?
No! And I wouldn't give it to you if I had ID. Who here swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America? Anybody want to raise hands? Why do you carry a sidearm? Is it to defend yourself? How about you? You don't think I have the same right? Public servant, I need your name and badge number. J. Soto. Do you have an employee number or badge number?
689.
How about you, sir? Yours is covered up. Name and badge number.
It's right here. Yeah, it's
Oh, we're officer right here?
Can you
Officer right here. That's your name?
cover it up, but it's not.
I declare. Can you pronounce it for me? I don't know how to pronounce that. Can I stand up?
I don't know, can you?
Can I stand up?
Can you?
Can I stand up?
Who are you asking?
Fine. I'll suspect that I am allowed to stand up since nobody's answering my question. All right. See? Thank you. Damn. It's hot on my skin. My clothes I can handle.
Would you like us to help you move to the crosswalk?
I'm fine where I'm at now. Who's the ranking supervisor on scene?
He's on his way.
Again, do you suspect me of committing a crime? If not, I will tone it down if you take these fucking handcuffs off, and I will wait for the supervisor.
Is he fully searched?
I don't consent to searches without probable cause and reasonable suspicion that I have committed a crime, in the process of committing a crime, or possibly going to commit a crime. You already stated that you don't suspect me of committing a crime, but I'm still in handcuffs,
Listen,
and my property is still seized.
I'll just explain to you from my perspective. I was handling.
I could care less about your perspective.
I don't know what you did or what you did not do. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So stop getting so mad at me. I don't know what's going on.
I'm mad at the situation. Can you understand why? I was just at gunpoint, put on the ground with guns pointed at me.
But it is illegal to have a taser on school grounds, which you were at Vanguard University, and so that's what we're.
I was not at Vanguard University.
We have witnesses that put you there, so we're investigating.
Investigating me crossing in a public crosswalk.
If you are in the Vanguard University area with a taser, that is illegal and it is a felony. That's what we're trying to look at.
There you go.
Why couldn't I be told that? Oh, you just come up with that now.
No, I'm a school resource officer. I know these laws. That's why I'm here. A supervisor is coming for you, sir. Can you please?
Okay, can I ask you a question then? I'll tone it down.
100%.
I appreciate you answering the question
Yes, sir.
and giving me an idea of what's possibly going on here.
Totally understandable.
Thank you. Okay, crosswalk. If I'm coming from that direction and I want to get to this corner, how do I get here legally?
I actually don't know, sir. I really don't.
You look at the scene. Look at the street. Look at the crosswalks. Where can I legally cross?
I'm not sure, sir.
Oh, you're bullshitting me now.
I genuinely don't know. I'm just.
Okay, where are the crosswalks on this street?
This street?
Yes, where are the public crosswalks? That way. And what if I want to cross towards the freeway?
We'll have to go on the other side. There's a button. Like I see the button on the other side.
Okay, so you're telling me if I'm on that corner over there and I want to get to this corner over here,
You'd have to cross this way.
exactly.
Yes, sir.
At least we got that straight. That was the only path to get to where I needed to go.
Totally understandable, sir. Like I said, a supervisor is always.
Is that public crosswalk there at that intersection of that crosswalk? Do you consider that school property?
I'm not the expert. That's why we have a supervisor coming. And like I said, if there was like a legitimate claim, like what you're saying, and everything turns out, you'll be free. Fair enough, sir.
I don't consider that fair enough. I think I should be free right now.
I understand that. Hey,
How's it going?
Been better.
Okay, what can I do for you?
I want out of these handcuffs and give my property back and have me continue what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm on a public sidewalk, came from point A to point B, didn't go on any property, was on the public sidewalk the whole time, the only route I could take to get here, and I had guns pointed at me for no reason.
Have they explained to you why the guns are pointed at you?
No.
Would you like me to explain it to you?
Sure, I would. I'm no threat. Can I get out of these handcuffs?
When we're done talking,
They're very uncomfortable. They're hurting my wrist.
and we're going to take care of that for you. Would you like me to explain it, or do you really have a question?
I would love you to explain, but can I do it from a more comfortable position?
Apparently you were walking down the street, but it appeared that you were armed. So
We don't have a Second Amendment in this country, I guess, huh?
we do have a Second Amendment, but we also have the right to stop and make sure you're not a prohibited possessor of a weapon.
No, being a felon is not a default status in this country. That was settled law. Settled case law. I don't have any problem with an officer coming up and seeing me taking pictures, hands not anywhere near it, saying, "Hey, is that a firearm?" "No, sir, it's a taser. I'm just out here taking pictures. I'm credentialed media. I have it for self-defense. I've been told this is a high crime area, Costa Mesa. Why would I want to protect myself?"
And now we understand why you have it.
This is completely uncalled for.
Okay.
Completely uncalled for.
We're gonna document the incident that we talked to you. Why don't we get your information? We'll get
No, I want to be taken out of these handcuffs now.
We're gonna wait off on that. Let me get some information first.
Can I at least be handcuffed in the front?
No, that's not how we do it.
Do we know how much longer I'm going to have to endure this?
I'm not the supervisor, so you can actually control this if you really want to. I will say this, so I think...
Well, how? Tell me how, so I can wrap this up.
Give them your name so they can find out who you are, and then that's how you'll be on your way. Honestly, that's going to make everything expedite a lot faster.
So just giving them in my information, I'll be let out of these handcuffs, be on my way?
That's not exactly... Well, not exactly, but...
Oh, okay.
It'd be a step to it.
Oh, okay.
Like, let's say it comes back to your America's Most Wanted.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you that. I'm a liar if I were to say, hey... Hear me out though, sir. I think you can be an understanding person with this. Did you hear what happened in Texas pretty recently?
44 Sam High.
An active shooter occurred in Texas.
Has no bearing on me at this moment in time.
Hear me out, sir.
I don't want to hear you out. I don't. Nothing you say will justify what I just had to endure.
You are detained, sir, because you are supposedly within the range of, if you were not on, and we're trying to find that out, on a school campus with the tasers, which had...
Well, you obviously had
Hold on, sir.
a complainant claim, right?
I'm gonna give you an
I'd be willing to bet it was an officer that drove by.
I'm gonna give you an opportunity to talk, right? Can I have...
I can talk when I want to talk.
I understand that, sir.
I can shut up when I want to shut up.
You totally can, but I think it's more reasonable to allow me at least try.
No, I just want my freaking property back, to be let out of these handcuffs, and be told.
I don't think you want kids to get hurt, and nobody wants that. And when we see that, that's very concerning when it's a possible gun. But I think we can all agree that school shootings are...
Can I just be let out of these handcuffs and say, "Sir, we did what we had to do, what we felt we had to do. Have a nice day. Go about your business."
And that's what we would like to do. But I'd like to share a little bit of information with you.
Feel free. It's okay.
Your name and
No, you don't. I'm not.
I need to write a report.
No.
No. And I have to
No.
We're not done investigating. Part of this investigation is we need to identify.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do, because...
Once I'm placed under arrest for a crime, I will provide my information.
Okay.
Until that point, I don't have to give you jack shit.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Yes, it is. You must not know. Is California a stop and ID state? And even if it was, do I have to be... Until the point of arrest, I don't have to ID. Or given a ticket.
Well,
you're going to give me a ticket? Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Yes.
I need to figure out if you're a prohibited possessor.
Being a felon or a prohibited person is not a default. Brown v. Texas. It's not a... It's not...
say you're a felon. There's other restrictions on
Exactly. But it's not... It's not...
There's other restrictions about...
Sure, but it falls under the same category. It's not a default status.
Okay.
You can't just assume... Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You answer it honestly, and maybe I'll answer your question. Okay? All right. Do you have any possible evidence or reasonable belief that I am a prohibited person? Any type of prohibited person? Do you have any possible information to your or knowledge right now that makes you suspect that I'm a prohibited person?
No.
Okay, exactly. So what are we doing here?
But you're in possession.
It doesn't matter. You have to have a reasonable belief that I'm a prohibited person. You have to have information at your disposal as far as being a prohibited person. It's not a default status.
Reasonable suspicion that you're in possession of a weapon in public. And we have the right
which is legal in California.
We have the right to stop and confirm that you're in legal possession of the weapon. We can sit here and go round and round, but this is what we do.
It's okay. You just dig in deeper. Just dig in deeper.
Because The alternative is I'll have my officers take you to our jail, we fingerprint you, and we identify you that way.
Sweet!
We could avoid that.
No! I want you, now I want you to do that.
Why would you?
Because you'd be violating my fucking Fourth Amendment!
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. Call your city attorney. Have you called your city attorney yet?
You are in possession of a weapon.
Have you called? Have you called your city attorney? Then I bet you, I would tread carefully and get his advice.
This is what I'm doing. I'm
All right. And you make sure you tell him the facts.
I'm trying to work with you.
Man on a public sidewalk legally carrying a taser.
And it's our responsibility to make sure you are in legal possession of it.
Nope.
Okay?
Nope.
Yes.
No. No. Unless you have some information to your knowledge or belief that I am a prohibited person, you can't go off of that. You can't.
Yes.
No.
Yes, we
You
can.
can't. No, you can't.
Yes, we can.
No, you can't.
Okay.
You can't.
Well,
You can't.
I'd really like to just be able to get you on
No.
the way.
The whole thing is, I'm sure the investigation's over. Now you're just digging in because you want my ID.
Yes, I need to document this incident.
So I'm still being detained because you want my ID. And if I give you ID, I can leave right now.
Yeah. Once we get done, get all the information.
So the only reason I'm still in handcuffs is because you want my ID.
Because we are in the process of trying to determine if you're in legal possession of a weapon in public.
So that's the only reason I'm still detained.
Yes.
And if I give you my ID,
I'm going to write a report.
you're going to write a report and get me out of these handcuffs.
I'm going to make sure you don't fall under any of the categories that say you can't have a taser in public.
Has anybody told you that I was on the school property over there?
Nobody has.
All right, so you don't suspect me.
I don't suspect you of being on the school property.
So the only reason I'm still in handcuffs is you want my ID for your report.
So I can document this whole incident.
Thank you.
Okay?
End of story. Let me know when I can go. Can I stand up?
Yes, let's do that. Here, let's get done with this. All right?
Stand me up. Help me up. Lift me up. Help me up.
You're going to have to help stand up.
I'm trying.
There we go.
There we go. All right. He was nice enough to give me a hat once before. Can we still do that? This sun is killing me.
It's killing me too.
All right. Hat. All right.
Now can we just get finished with this?
I'm ready.
Okay. Can I write your name down?
I'm ready.
Are you going to give me your name?
No, I thought we were going to the jail.
No. I thought we were going to exchange information and...
No, I'm ready. Let's go. If I'm being placed under arrest for identification only purposes, you just admitted. You just admitted. That's the only reason I'm still in cuffs. It's because you want my identification when I haven't violated any laws. You are really, really treading on thin ice. You've already admitted the only reason I'm still in handcuffs, still detained, is because you want my ID when I'm not suspected of a crime. Gross violation of my Fourth Amendment. Please get me out of these handcuffs.
All right, just 1 second.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
Why would we have stopped you?
No, I wasn't.
Why would we have stopped you?
I wasn't. He already admitted I was never on any school grounds.
It doesn't have to be school grounds.
That's just a further
You have a
violation.
right to make sure that you are carrying whatever you're carrying, a taser, and if
Yeah, let's
it's
move them off the side so we're not blocking the
I
sidewalk.
haven't, well,
Okay, if it's a handgun, okay? We have to make sure that you're carrying...
hey, point that towards me. Point that towards me, or I'll stand on that side. Can I come on that side? Well, I was hoping to stand in front of my camera.
We have cameras on.
Sweet. Too bad it's very difficult, if not impossible, to get that footage.
Is that what you normally do?
Can I use that pole? Just for a second, I want to push my glasses up because they're really... Can you push them? Oh, thank you. They've been bugging so bad. Thank you for that courtesy. Man, I like you, Jones. Jones is all right. Although, kind of guilty by association right now. You understand that? You got the same costume on, so.
Do you come into cities and this is what you do?
What? I am a journalist, credentialed media. Came out to get pictures. I've been told this is a high crime area. Why wouldn't you want your citizens to be able to defend themselves if they got attacked, which I have been before? Exactly. So please don't state that like it's a bad thing. Going into cities, taking pictures, and possibly having something that could defend myself if I'm attacked. Your attitude makes me sound like it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Well, that's the way it comes across.
Maybe you're very sensitive. Maybe you've been in this situation before.
You know Orange County Sheriff's Department?
Are you on YouTube?
They came out to a call like this.
Yeah.
They walked up to me, saw me taking pictures, hands nowhere near it, said, "Is that a firearm on you, sir?" I said, "No, sir, it's a taser." "See, okay, thank you," and left. No, we have to have your ID because we want to know who you are. No, you might be a prohibited person even though we don't suspect you of being a prohibited person, but we want to hold you, detain you further just because you want ID when we have no legal basis to demand it.
I think you misunderstood it when you meant it that way. Because I heard what you were saying, Brown versus Texas, and that case law is, hey, the officer only stopped him without any reasonable suspicion and only stopped him just to identify him. And, this is maybe
And in the opinion itself, it states, being a felon is not a default status. Being a prohibited person is not a default status.
Okay.
Unless you suspect me of being a felon or a prohibited person and have some reasonable belief.
So it is.
No, it's
If I know
not.
someone's a felon and I see him walking around the
That's true.
Okay, so it's not.
I understand
Because
that.
I know.
Yes, but in this, okay.
No, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying. Okay.
I understand
All
what
right.
you're saying now, but
All right.
it sounded like you were saying if I knew he was the felon by default, that doesn't give me reason. No, it does.
And let me ask
The ruling just came through the Supreme Court regarding concealed carry.
Correct. With
Okay.
New York?
Then that's in New York. All right. Now, hypothetically, it's going to make it a lot easier. I know Orange County sheriffs have been pretty lenient on their concealed carry permits that they've been issuing because they understand people have a need for self-defense. Let me finish. Let me finish, please. All right. So, if I had a concealed carry firearm, we know that brief exposure because of the wind or something, okay, that's not against the law as long as it remains concealed. But you're driving in your car and I'm walking down the street, a wind gust comes up, my shirt flap briefly shows that I have a concealed weapon. That doesn't give you a right to come up to me and demand my ID. It doesn't. Unless you know or suspect that I'm a felon in possession of that concealed carry, or you know or suspect that I don't have a CCW. If you have a little logbook that you know of people that are on probation in your city, so when you see them you go, "Oh, fourth waiver. Let's stop them and check them out." It's totally different if you don't know somebody. No, you know, it's all relevant.
Consider this open carry. Yes or no?
I don't want to answer any questions like that.
Because you know what I'm going to go with. That's why. You know the route I'm going with. Okay, State of California says you're not allowed to open carry. Am I right? Yes or no?
I have no problem with officers coming up and making sure that I don't have a gun openly carried.
Okay.
I have no problem with that.
Okay,
I've been through that before.
You had a weapon in open carry, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so did it look like a firearm?
It's perspective. It's yellow.
Thank you. Okay, can firearms be yellow?
Yeah, they
Okay,
can.
so I'm glad we're understanding. Okay, does California have an open carry law?
Yes, it does. With exceptions.
Okay, what are the exceptions? You have to have a permit, correct?
There are exceptions to like hunting, going to, returning from. But that has to do with firearms. That has nothing to do with my legal taser.
I get it. But
I can understand what you're saying, okay? And I have no problem with you coming to me and saying, "Sir, if that's a gun, it's against the law. I need to detain you." Oh wait, it's a taser? I told him from the get-go, it's a taser.
okay, we don't know that. People lie to us all the time. You understand me? How many times have you been lied to today?
I can understand that,
Okay.
but we're beyond that now.
Okay.
We're still here, still handcuffed, still detained, based solely on my information and my ID. That's what your boss just said. That's what your supervisor just said.
Sir, just if you look right over there, that's a fairground employee who says that it is illegal for you to be right. This is considered fairground property, and it's illegal to have a taser on fairground property now.
This public sidewalk, running along the city street.
I told you this is not the public sidewalk. That's what they're determining. That side of it, you have to go around the fairground. That's what he's trying to figure out right now. So just so you know, that's what they're looking into. This could be not public sidewalk, and it could be part of the fairgrounds.
Boy, that'd be an interesting court case.
It would be, yeah.
That'd be a really interesting court case.
So that's what they're looking into for you right now, sir. So did
Did you expect the officers to just believe you when you said, hey, it's just a taser, just a taser? Be like, okay, that's fine. We'll go about your way. How did you expect things were going to happen? Let me ask you this.
I had both hands on my camera. Was I acting an erratic? Was I reaching?
But
no.
How many seconds does it take for you to grab that?
I don't want to answer the question.
I think the officers had more than reasonable suspicion to believe that the crime has been committed.
Or in the act of being committed?
Yeah.
Saying
like
open carry.
Open carry. You perceived it as a weapon, even though you said it wasn't. We checked it. You know, and that's all it was. We just wanted you to cooperate. Just give us your name, and then that's it. Because you were detained. You were legally detained.
Yep, and I don't have to give provider ID or information until I'm arrested.
Okay, Brown versus
you show me a California statute that says I must ID when detained.
Okay.
Make sure it says word detained. I'm ready to go.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, I just want to go.
I'd like to ask you one more time. I'd like to exchange information. You asked for our names and badge numbers. I'm willing to give it to you. I'd like to get your name so I can just write a report for my boss. I was just talking to my boss on the phone, right, trying to strategize what we want to do.
Can I reach for something, not a weapon?
Sure.
I'm sure using this you can figure out my name.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. I appreciate that.
That's my credentialed media.
Okay. You realize it wasn't on display. It would have been easier if we came to talk to you and we could have seen it. It would have helped, right? Okay.
I informed him from the get-go, as soon as I was placed in handcuffs, that the lanyard had my credentialed media press pass.
Okay.
So at that, so
Mr. Cook, can I get your information? I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm not going to cite you for.
I'd
love to just write a report so that we're.
Are they
all on
gonna?
the same
Do they want to trespass me from this public sidewalk?
No, we're not going to trespass you.
All right. Can I just get my equipment and just leave then?
Yeah.
I've had enough of Costa Mesa.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do that.
All right.
Any more questions for me?
I'm gonna keep my hands up here. If you can reholster my taser, I will not touch it. Make sure you please latch it in there and secure it. I'll wait to reach for that until he's done. I gotta be very careful on how I move right now. Look, I understand. I do. I understand. You got to make sure that I'm not open carrying. Okay? I just think it went way overboard. And I'm gonna I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I told them. Okay? I know each department's different and how they have policies and how they handle things. There's not a rule book for different agencies.
Right.
But I've had the same situation when I've been out on a photo shoot happen before. And just to give you an example, by Orange County Sheriff's Department. You know how that went? Do you know how that went?
I have an idea.
Okay.
I've been appointed by the sheriffs when I was off duty before.
That went.
So.
Is that a gun on your hip, sir? No, sir, it's a taser. Please don't take it, but you can look at it. No, that's legal.
Okay.
You want to give me your name? No. All right. Have a nice day.
Okay.
That's it. No guns drawn. No felony stop. I know you guys want to go home at night. And thank God nobody was out for a paid vacation today, or else I'd be laying here with bullets in me.
No, we don't do that. All right. Do you have anything else for me?
I'm just glad I'm free to go. All right.
Have a good day.
Just like I was showing you this, District of County. Pretty much it says during a detention, like you said, ruling the police officer has a right to request identification during a valid detention. You know what the
hibble is?
Look.
I know that. My attorney knows that.
Yeah.
That's the wrong case law, buddy.
2000. Okay, well.
You know why it's the wrong case law? Because the state in question had a stop and ID statute. So it's totally different than a state that does not have a stop and ID. Look into it, please, please, please do. Hibble doesn't apply in California because we have no statute requiring somebody to identify themselves when detained. If they did have an ID statute like that, then Hibble would apply on detainment, but not in California.